Louisiana, you have been so and I'm thrilled to be back with thousands of loyal, rock-ribbed American patriots. That's what you are. That's what we are. You work hard, you pay your taxes, you raise your children, you follow our laws, you respect our police, you defend our values, and you stand strong for God, family, and country. Tomorrow you will head to the polls and you will vote to replace a liberal Democrat who has sold you out with a great new Republican governor. Now this Saturday you also have not a bad football game coming up, right? I guess they're both unbeaten. I was watching a little bit of a clip today. Your quarterback does not look too bad, does he, huh? But it's a great game, LSU and Florida, so here's what you do. So important. I want you to enjoy the game, but I don't really want you to enjoy the game if you don't vote first. You know why? Because you'll be sitting there watching some incredible football and you'll feel guilty. It will ruin your entire afternoon. So go out and vote and then go and enjoy the game the way it should be enjoyed. As you've seen, under Republican leadership, America is stronger than ever before, and that's what's happened. We've created 6 million new jobs and opened 10,000 new factories since my election. The United States has the hottest economy on earth. You know, these prime ministers and presidents and kings and queens, and I hate to say it, sometimes dictators, but we take them as they come, right? We take them as they come, but they always start off, sir, congratulations on the great job you've done with the economy. Got the hottest numbers, got the hottest economy in the world. We got the #1 economy anywhere in the world. And had our opponent gotten elected, you would right now be the #2 economy to China, and we are now so far ahead, it will never happen. It's smart. We've ended the war on American energy, and with your help right here in Louisiana, the United States is now the #1 producer of oil and natural gas anywhere on the planet. And how about these Democrats? They want to get rid of oil. They want to get rid of natural gas. They want to go to wind. Oh, darling, I just can't watch the show tonight. The wind, it just stopped blowing. I can't watch LSU in Florida. There's no wind today. I'm angry. I'm really angry at John Bel Edwards. He has not done the job. We are securing our borders, taking care of our great veterans, and restoring the unrivaled might of the U.S. military like never before. And by the way, we're going to introduce them, but you have 2 great senators here tonight. You have great congressmen. We approved something called Veterans Choice. The veterans now can go see a doctor outside of the VA if they have to wait for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 3 days. They can go and they can see a doctor. We pay the bill. They get better. People were waiting for 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. So our veterans were taking care of our veterans. You notice that with the veterans? Because a lot of veterans here. But you notice it used to be all the time, every time. Oh, there's a veteran. Where's the veteran? Right there. How are you, sir? He looks like a veteran, too. Not going to mess with him. Great. Thank you very much. But you notice we don't see the bad stories about the veterans. Now the fake news will go out all over the United States. They'll look. NBC is one of the worst in the world. They'll look for a veteran. They're going to find the veteran that's not 100% happy, and they're going to make him a star. But you notice, for a year and a half, we've been in great shape, right? They don't talk about the veteran. See it. Our police are great, law enforcement great. Do an incredible job. But all of our nation's gains are put at risk by a rage-filled Democrat Party that has gone completely insane. For nearly 3 years, Democrats have waged a non-stop battle to overturn your vote, overrule your voice, override your values, and overthrow the results of the most spectacular election in the history of our country, 2016. But your senators and your congressmen, and frankly, the real senators and the real congressmen and women of this country, they're not standing for it. The good people of Louisiana will never, ever stand for it. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. The Democrats are fighting to restore the wretched political class that threw open our nation's borders, shipped away our jobs, sacrificed our wealth, surrendered our sovereignty, flooded our cities with drugs and crime, and bogged us down in one foreign war after another. The endless wars have to stop. We're directly taking on the unholy alliance of corrupt Democrat politicians, deep state bureaucrats, and the fake news media. There they are right now. You know, it's really funny. I see all those red lights on. That means you're live, right? As soon as I start talking about the fake news, I see those lights go off so fast. But then they come back on. And you know why they come back on? Because last night, by far, all over cable, all over the place, the highest rated show was what we did in Minnesota, a state that we're going to win. That's why they come back on, because they have no choice. They may hate Trump, but they want to get those ratings. Hey, what's going to happen in 12, maybe 16 years when I'm no longer president? See, I'm just driving. Their ratings are going to tank. I actually think they're going to endorse me. Because if they don't, can you imagine having Pocahontas as your president? Now, the real Pocahontas we wouldn't have minded, but the fake Pocahontas you can't have. Or how about Sleepy Joe? His son, who knows nothing about energy, unlike the people in this room. He flies into the Ukraine He flies into Ukraine. He walks out with $168,000 a month, $3 million. He doesn't know what a gasoline tank looks like. And they're paying him hundreds of thousands a month. Then he flies into China and he takes out $1.5 billion. I got to tell you, I just made a great China deal today for energy. For the banks, for so many, technology, one of the greats. Phase one, it's a big phase. In fact, the biggest problem, it'll be $40 to $50 billion in farm purchases. I don't think our farmers can produce that much. I said, that's okay. My people said, sir, could we make it 20? I said, no, make it 50. Our farmers will buy more land and they'll buy bigger tractors. I want my farmers, I love my farmers, I want them to come back to me. Sir, we can't produce this too much. It's too much, sir. It's too much. We can't produce that much wheat and corn and all the stuff. Because I want to tell you, I got China to order a lot. No, it's true. So China, in their record year, of course they'll catch it within, $2. It was $2 off. He gets a Pinocchio, although Schiff got 4 Pinocchios for making up what I said on a phone call. Shifty Schiff. But their biggest year was $16 billion in aggregate. That's a lot. 16 billion, that's a lot of corn, right? 16 billion was their biggest year. They're going to buy not 16, not 20, not 30, not 40. They're going to buy between 40 and $50 billion worth of agriculture. And my people said to me, sir, they can't do it. They cannot produce that much. I said, you know what? No, that's true. My people wanted to stop at 20. I said, I'm not stopping at 20. I want them to come back and say, sir, we can't do it. Because I love my farmers. But they're going to be out there busy. They're going to be more tractors sold. And they're going to be bigger and better and more powerful. And they're going to be made by American companies like John Deere and Civic. So for your senators and your congressmen that are here, that was one hell of a deal. This is phase one. Phase one. You got to see these, and they are happy to do it. They are happy to do it. We had a great relationship, but I'll tell you, so let me get back to Biden, right? Remember? Where's Hunter? Last night I said, where's Hunter? It became like the hottest thing in the whole country. I just said, by the way, where's Hunter? He walked out of China, so he walks out with $1.5 billion. And I said, those aren't the same guys that I've been dealing with from China for the last year and a half. Those guys don't give you $1.5 billion and you know nothing. That's not the same Chinese people. I want to meet those people. Instead of $50 billion, it would be $500 billion worth of corn. So it's a crooked deal. And the fake news is always covering up for Joe Biden. Right? Fake news. They go, while the claim is totally unsubstantiated, every single news case. With me, any claim is okay. With them, while the claim is totally unsubstantiated. And I say, but it's not unsubstantiated. He took out a fortune out of Ukraine, knew nothing. Took out a fortune out of China. How tough is China? I called one of the biggest people on Wall Street, a friend of mine, really big, powerful guy, does this stuff. I said, let me ask you just one question. What are the chances of doing that? He said, 0. I said, so you're the biggest on Wall Street, Steve. Steve, you're the biggest. What are the chances you could do that? He said, even the big ones can't do that. But for a guy to walk in off the street with no experience, a bad track record, just got thrown out of the Navy, and he walks away with $1.5 billion, and then these people, these crooked people back there say, this is totally unsubstantiated. Can you imagine John Kennedy, Bill, can you imagine if Don Jr., or if Eric Trump, or if our beautiful Ivanka, she works so hard. Can you imagine if they walked out with $1.5 billion? They wouldn't be saying totally unsubstantiated. They'd be saying, where's the nearest cell? This is a horrible thing. So it's a disgrace what's going on. It's a whole big fat disgrace, and it's very unfair to Republicans, but you know what? We're here, and they're not. The Democrats and the media, they're partners. They're partners, okay? You ever see in the word manufactured, it's never been used before for this. We're talking about the southern border. And they're talking about, in a manufactured crisis. They said it was not a crisis, that it was manufactured. When you had caravans, we stopped it. And the wall is being built like you've never seen before. But remember, a few months ago, in a manufactured crisis, ABC, NBC, in a manufactured crisis, ABC, again, manufactured, CNN, crooked as hell. In a manufactured crisis, manufactured. Then you go to CBS. Ladies and gentlemen, in a manufactured, there's a word that was never used, and yet every single network used it. Because you know what? It's collusion. It's collusion. With us, there was no collusion. That's the real collusion right there. They colluded and they conspired to sabotage our incredible movement, and they want to deceive the American voter, and they want to hurt the American voter. And we had an election in the history of our country. There's never been a greater victory than the victory we had in 2016, and we're going to have a bigger one in 2020. They've been trying to stop us for more than 3 years with a lot of crap. You know, the first time I heard about Russia, they said, sir, do you know anything about Russia? No. Have you colluded with Russia? And I laughed. I thought they were kidding. And weeks would go by and I'd hear somebody else come up. Sir, do you know anything about Russia? No. No, I know where it is. I don't deal with it. I sold a house to a guy about 12 years ago. He was from Russia. That's a long time ago. No, I don't know. Then they come up again. Sir, this Russia keeps coming up. Do you know anything about it? This is the witch hunt. This is the insurance policy. This was the insurance policy. Remember, from the two lovers. If she doesn't win, we've got an insurance policy. These people are corrupt. These people are disgusting. The two lovers. And they put it on the FBI server so their spouses wouldn't find out, because they didn't want to put it on their private. That didn't work out too well for Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, did it? Lisa, I love you. I love you, Lisa. I love you, Lisa. I love you so much I can't even see straight. Lisa, she's going to win $100 million to nothing. But just in case, Lisa, my darling, I love you, God. Just in case she doesn't win, we've got an insurance policy essentially saying we're going to take him out. These are corrupt people, folks. And then she said, Peter, I love you. I love you so much. You're so great, Peter. I don't think she loves him too much anymore. Do you? I don't think she loves him. I hear the word is not too good. The word she's not in love anymore. We've been living through this so-called insurance policy because they know we're putting a stop to their pillaging and their plundering and their hoaxes. The radical Democrats' policies are crazy, their politicians are corrupt, their candidates are terrible, and they know they can't win on election day, so they're pursuing an illegal, invalid, and unconstitutional bullshit impeachment. They're scammers and con artists, perpetrating hoaxes and witch hunts. A man like Greg Jarrett, great guy, he wrote a book, and the book tells you the whole story, bestseller book. Greg Jarrett, great guy, so many. Bongino, I'll tell you, so many. He's not a lawyer, but he's better than the lawyers. He's called Street Smart. These are great, so many great people. John Solomon should get the Pulitzer Prize. How about these fraudulent writers at the New York Times? They get Pulitzer Prize and they got it all wrong. They have to give back their Pulitzer Prize, but that's a fix also, isn't it, huh? I've just won the Pulitzer Prize for talking about Trump and Russia, but they were all wrong. Now, the people that were right, like Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh, Laura Ingraham and Tucker Carlson, Judge Jeanine and Waters. And frankly, the best show by far in the morning is Fox and Friends. Also got the best rate. And Lou Dobbs, how about Lou Dobbs? And Varney, he's great. You know, Varney's great. And Maria Bartiromo. And you know what? And then many others. But they get it right. But why isn't John Solomon, why aren't these people getting the real Pulitzer Prize? Because they were right. They called it right. The Times, the Washington Post, they're dishonest, horrible, I think very, very bad for our country publications. It's a phony deal. So their writers get Pulitzer Prizes for getting it wrong, and the great writers that really got it. And I don't know them, I never even met some of these people. But the ones that really got it right, they go home empty-handed. It doesn't work that way. And the people see it, you know? The people see it. So some of the names that I mentioned, all of the names that I mentioned, and plenty that I didn't, I'll tell you, thank God we have them on our side. And in its own way, thank God that we have a thing called social media, because we get the word out. Like nobody has ever gotten the word out before. But it's called a witch hunt, the story of the greatest mass delusion in American political history. That's what it is. This is one of the great con jobs ever. We must never let it happen to another president. This should never be allowed to happen again. When Schiff goes out and speaks before Congress, they never thought I was going to release the transcript of my call. Oh. And this whistleblower, what's going on with the IG? How come the IG brings a whistle?